Hello, my name is Gary Davis, and on today's Do-It-Yourself clinic we are going to attempt a replacement of a broken garage door torsion spring. I've never done this before, and this is my first Do-It-Yourself clinic. Anyhow, let's look at what we've got in the garage. Before we start, I'd like to have a disclaimer. What we're about to attempt is very dangerous, and you as a do-it-yourselfer shouldn't be doing this. It's very dangerous. You got springs under high tension, and most do-it-yourselfers wind up in the hospital.
Wait a minute. We got to talk about this.
This is my garage door inside, and we have had a break on one of the two springs that lift up the heavy garage door. You can see it over here. So, today we will be replacing the broken spring as well as the other good spring using some techniques learned on the internet. Okay, where do you get springs? I got mine on eBay, and they just arrived from DHL. So, let's unpack the new spring. There's one, there's two, and we've got the bars that will let us remove and replace the tension on the springs. Now, one of these springs has a red end. Those are called cones, and this is the part that is wound. There are holes in the cones to allow the bars to be used for turning the springs to release the tension on the old one and increase the tension on the new one. This end is stationary, it just screws to the center of the door. The other bar has a silver or black end, black painted end, and the black one goes on the right as you're facing the garage door, facing outside, and the red tipped one goes on the left. Don't put them on backwards. So, the first step is to remove the spring that did not break. It's still under tension and has to be released by unwinding it quarter turn at a time. Okay, this is the good spring or unbroken spring, and there are two set screws, and this wrench is 7/16 of an inch to loosen the set screws. Now, don't loosen them until you have your turning bar in place. This is one of the potentially dangerous times when you loosen the set screw. If you aren't properly positioned with your bar in place, the spring could spin and cause great bodily damage. So let's not do that.
Alright, so yell if you need me. I'll be just inside.
Okay, honey. Okay, set screws are now loose.
Oh, I forgot I wasn't supposed to talk.
Yeah, you're now in the video. As you put each bar in, make sure it's set. Do your quarter turn. It's always going to want to pull down. So far, so good. No surprises. Keep yourself away from the cone in case there is anything that goes wrong. Starting to get easier. I put tape in the ends so I can tell when the bar is completely set inside the holes. There we go. As it unwound, the spring tended to go toward my right. I can see the indentations on the bar where the set screws were. At this point, there's no more tension on this garage door opener torsion system because one spring's broken and the other one has been loosened. Okay, next step is to disconnect the center cones that are fixed. There's 2 screws, 2 bolts go through, and we'll remove those. These bolts come out with a 9/16 wrench. Loosen it, finger sufficient. Okay, I've got the springs disconnected from the center bracket, and I'll use a lockjaw pliers here to clip it in. The bracket is slotted so the long bar can come out of the slot. So you put that lockjaw there to prevent that from happening. Okay, next step is to take off or loosen the drums for the cables. There's 2 set screws there, and I used a marking pen so I could mark where the bar and the setting of the drum is, so that when I put it back together, the set screws will go in the indentations in the same place.